for those that aren't familiar with the term, what is the fourth trimester, and how can moms prepare for it?
So the fourth trimester, it's really interesting because a lot of people haven't really heard that term, or it is starting to become more known now. But even when I was working, there was a healthcare provider. He was like, the fourth trimester, like he knew I had my business, and he was like, what? But it is that 12-week period right after having a baby, and it's a time where a lot of physical and emotional changes are happening. Your baby is adjusting to the world and being outside the womb, and you're also adjusting, and as a new mom in the life that you now have, a new chapter of life, and preparing to have your baby, you want to discuss your wishes and your wants with your partner before, or your support person. And I think it's so important to like create a visitor policy, like let people know ahead of time, like what you're wanting and what you're thinking you're wanting, because then your support person or partner can be like, hey, like you guys are on the same page. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Mm-hmm. And have a support system is so important. I think mom friends are really important, going on Facebook groups of finding local mom friends. So you can also ask other moms, like, okay, what's your 5-month-old baby doing? Or, oh, okay, good. That, like, oh, my baby's doing that too. It just gives you that sense of like peace. Meal prepping so that you can like pull out healthy, meals that have been frozen already that you prepped. Creating a postpartum plan. I help a lot of moms with that too, because they're like, where do I even like start? But that's some examples. And I really am a firm believer on have a postpartum mental health plan, know what the signs and symptoms are, so that you can know, and then you can also educate like your partner or support people so that they're kind of like knowing what's going on, because like 70 to 80% of women have baby blues. So you want to know what's normal and not normal. And I think just like setting realistic expectations, knowing that you can't do it all, and that's okay. There's strength in that, like knowing that you can't do it all and just having realistic goals.
You said a postpartum plan, because, we hear all about birth plans and having, this whole plan for how you want your birth to go, but you don't really hear about a postpartum plan. So that's really cool that you help moms do that. So what does that kind of entail?
Just even like little things that sometimes you don't even know what to fully expect or what you should need when you are about to become a mom. So like some things you do because you're Googling a bunch of things, you're taking classes and you're learning as much information as you can, but sometimes it's nice to just have like an organized like checklist almost of being like, okay, if I'm going to breastfeed, maybe I should make a breastfeeding basket to set by my bed. I should have snacks and water bottles. I should, make sure I'm calling daycares before while I'm pregnant, because sometimes there's a big wait list for that. It's kind of tailoring it to what you want to do. Obviously, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you won't need that portion, but you still might want childcare for part-time, or finding a nanny, or a helper or a cleaning lady. Like there's just a ton of different things, because we do so much that I think almost take for granted or don't realize the amount of things that we do. So if we can delegate as much as possible, that's great too. Just during that time when you're healing, your body's healing. So it's just little things like that.